Good evening, this is Kuro. Got a ranked game in my kid. Going over the matchmaking. The enemy team has a Massachusetts, Bismarck, Vladivostok, Bagratin, Cossack, Akazuki, and Orkan. The map is Mountain Range, and we're going to kick this one off. Kind of the lesson for this game is one, a lesson on kid. I might only have one other video in this ship. And the second lesson is just locating the enemy team and then reacting to it. And basically this game is going to unfold with a pretty heavy enemy push into B-Cap, and my team's mostly unprepared to deal with it, and how I sort of position myself to be in a critical spot to make the moves that needs to happen. So right out of the gate, I'm coming to A. I spawn closest to it. It makes sense for me to come there, but also I like the synergy with the Lo Yang with his Hydro. Hydro anything in the cap. Akazuki comes out here, uses that DPM, shoots up any DDs the Lo Yang Hydros. Plus we have a Baltimore out there to support the Akazuki with radar. I really like how buttoned up we are here on C. But out here at A, it's just me, and I do have a Lenin sort of headed this way. So this tells me right out of the gate, I'm not going to be getting in any real sorts of fights to the death out here. Need to play it safe, need to mind my P's and Q's. And the greatest advantage I have right now is actually the distance from the enemy spawn. It's going to take the enemy team a good amount of time to push into B-Cap, push on up to A-Cap, and that's going to give me some time to react and respond to things. So I'm basically pushing up. I don't want to spot any destroyers or anything like that. I'm just looking, where's the enemy team going? So right away, all three battleships, we've got a lemming train going on, and there's the cruiser on top of it. So that tells me that, you know, if there's a DD out here, he's going to be really well supported. I'm dropping those torps in between the islands here just to see if I can catch a DD that's trying to push hard up here. I do spot the Cossack. That's a good position for the Cossack. Unfortunately for the Cossack, he's a little far forward and he gets caught by my Akazuki. He makes a little mistake there, reveals himself before he smokes, and then my Baltimore also catches him with radar. Now, you saw I glance back, and I look right now at my Akazuki. He's being shot at. I'm going to open up on the Cossack. I'm going to open up right now because I basically want to try to give these guys something else to shoot other than my Akazuki. Akazuki, he doesn't have a repair. I do. Unfortunately, the enemy does get the our Akazuki. We do get the Cossack. So a 1-for-1 trade. We've, you know, it's not the best in the world. We can do better. Because I do have a repair, I am playing a little aggressive when these DDs are spotted, throwing some shots out. Any damage that hits those ships, that's HP that they're, it's just gone all game. So I am I'm just trying to get whatever damage I can on the Akazuki at this point. And right here you can really see the push coming up, and it's gonna be cause for concern because we just have the Lenin out here. My entire team's all the way out here, you know, on the other side of C-Cap. So what I'm doing, both DDs are spotted out here. That tells me that these squares are pretty much open right now for me to use. So I'm gonna push south, and I'm trying to set up a perfect cross torp right into, pin them into the island. I suspect that they're gonna try to push right into A-Cap, and it just so happens that my torps are gonna cover, you know, this section of the cap where they're almost assuredly gonna push right in here. Now I'm smoking up right now. I'm waiting right now, waiting for the smoke to cover me. Smoke's covering me. I'm purposely shooting the Massachusetts up, giving those torpedoes time to cook in the water. You see I'm looking at the torps right now. Okay, there they are. They can probably see them right about now. Torps hit. Swapping targets to the Vladivostok. Now my build here is terrible for this. I'm running IFHE on the ship because I've been murdering CVs right, left, and center. IFHE, it's nice because I can get through the 25mm hull plating that a lot of CVs have. It also helps me with some cruisers, but my fire chance is horrible right now, and it's not helping me right here. And I think maybe a misplay would be using the HE like I am here. I'm getting a lot of broadside here because they've got an angle to my Lenin. It might, you know, be better to switch to AP. You can see I'm taking a look at this Massachusetts. Now watch what I do with this smoke screen. This is a US smoke. I still have a minute on it. I'm gonna go on ahead and just leave the smoke. I'm gonna use this, excuse me. Gonna use this as a, you know, a barrier. Enemy can't see me. Watch my speed. I see I'm not gonna make the turn. I slow down. For those that don't know, half speed, that's the tightest your turning circle will get. Thereabouts for most ships. So I reduce my speed, tighten up my turning circle. Now look at how quick how tight I made that turn. And now I'm already back up almost to full speed. I come right in, dump torps at the Massachusetts, and bam, I'm right back in my smoke. I end up taking very little damage for that, and just right back in my smoke screen using it. A big issue with US destroyers that I see is they'll either smoke in a horrible spot, and they basically end up in the and here you see the AP difference right here. Just lost my train of thought. US smokes. So I see guys, they'll smoke up in a bad spot. They will, in general, they'll just throw that smoke away, and then that huge cooldown ends up working against you. If you look, I use that almost the full duration of that smoke. My smoke's already back up. You know, got like a 30-second cooldown at that point that, you know, I can fight without the smoke. And with a kid, you can just pop your repair and tank your way right through it. Now this was a minor mistake here, popping my DCP early. I should have smoked first, got undetected, then used my damage control. So that is an issue there. You know, I could have got caught with a fire or something like that. Had a gun break or torpedo tube break, something like that I would want to repair right away. And so that's a misplay, and that's something that a lot of DD players make that mistake. So just finishing this game off, you can see the you know, that position that I got in there, just using the crossfire with my Lenin, really punished these guys the best I could. And honestly, in hindsight, I really should have, I think I should have shot more AP. Even though it's not super close, I think that I could have done a better, gotten more damage had I resorted to AP. So anyway, taking a look at the FPS on this video, this is the second attempt I've made on it. It's been kind of wonky with the FPS. I'm not sure if this is gonna, let me know what the video quality is on this. I'm testing some stuff out, and I appreciate some feedback. Anyway, this game's gonna end here very shortly. Hope you guys are having a good night. I will talk to you later. If you guys have any questions or comments, leave them below.